Good evening, everyone. João Andrade here again from L'Aquila in the beautiful mountain range, Gran Sasso. It's now 9:11 p.m. And I'm joined here on my right hand side with Mauro Prosperi, the living legend. On my left hand side with Igor Antonelli, our race director here in Italy, in Gran Sasso, the man who makes the race happen, design the course, makes aid stations, make safety, security, everything happen is here with Igor. And it's a very special moment because he's always out there looking after runners and making things happen. But he's now here on my left hand side. And I think it's a great moment just before we have Cody Reeds, who seems to be arriving in Santo Stefano di Sessani in maybe about 1 kilometer. We are not 100% sure, but we hope to have images from him as we are talking. Igor, can you tell us a little bit about what you think is happening in the race so far, from front back to back, and overall perspective on how things are going?
Yeah, to be honest, at the very beginning, I was not thinking that the race would be so fast. But anyway, the guys that are here in L'Aquila are very, very professional, very well trained, well prepared. From my point of view, even they study a lot. Also, the track GPS tracking that we put on in our website. Also, um, special kind of trails that are very fast. I'm sure maybe in the second part of the race, starting from Assergi, because of the night, because in any case we will gain more or less 1,000 meter in another 10 kilometers. Maybe for me is a part then we will decide the race at the end, Joao. Talking about all people that we have, really, I have to say thank you each and every village. We have to think that now we are crossing a middle-aged village, Santo Stefano di Sessanio, Castel del Monte. They are between Borghi più belli d'Italia, means they receive certifications in terms of heritage. In Santo Stefano, they will pass, as you can say now, Collirid is in first positions. In Santo Stefano, they will go through a special wall that in the Middle Age they count the ships because we are country of the ships, Abruzzo, in our history. Then I'm sure I'm sure that everybody now is running. They really are enjoying the race and they will give us the right suggestion.
Sorry, no, it's just the helping you with the sound as the mic was turning off.
Yeah. Um, okay, I don't know if you well able to understand what I say. That just to sum up what I say, it's now we are going to the main part of the race in terms of to decide who will going to win. But talking about the village that we are crossing, really we are in the center of history of Abruzzo, but even to Italy. We have to think that the name Italia is coming from people who is living in that area, from Italici. That means really the guys are crossing the story and they are also making the story as a first event of 100 in Italy, the first ultra trail that we have in that area. For my point of view, I have to say only thank you to everybody of 100 group to choose L'Aquila and Gran Sasso to have such fantastic event.
Well, I think the actually making this happen is, of course, as I was saying, Igor, there's an incredible amount of work and efforts behind the scenes to make an event of this size to happen. And everything is going very well. And that's why also runners are able to move fast and enjoy the race as much as possible. We've seen images of Cody Reed. I was going to ask production if we could have the classifications here on the screen. Um, and in the meantime, we've seen Cody Reed really leading the race. Pili seems to be about 2 kilometers from Santo Stefano di Sessanio. And I was going to ask Mauro here. We've seen before, and I'm using the computer here on my left-hand side. We've seen before that, particularly when we get to around about 76, 75 kilometers in the race, there's a descent, and then there's followed by a big ascent and big descent again. Now, Igor, do you think the separation here of runners and the group of the female runners, there were a group of ladies who were coming almost together, then they started to split. Do you think they gain an edge here in this section? Do you think Cody maybe will try and when he reaches the peak here on the 100K, try, well, does the race start in the 100K?
Yes, I think so. I think so. From my point of view, who will reach the first position in Capitivignano have a good chance to win the race. Because it's really, I told you before, because of the night, because of the particular environment, and also because from Capitignano to reach Campo Tosto Lake is very technical and very deep. For me, who will reach the top of the lake will win the race.
I'm receiving just a message here from production that we are going to interrupt the transmission for about 2 minutes and we are going to come back. So don't leave the room wherever you are. In 2 minutes, we'll be back to continue and bring you news and information of what's happening here in the World Series final in Gran Sasso. Stay tuned. Hello again, Joao Andrade here in L'Aquila, Gran Sasso World Series final. We had a 2 minute interruption with some technical issues, but we are back. And Igor, we were just discussing the positions now in the race, and I was asking you if you think that they're going to try and open a gap now between the 80K and the 115K. But then we have another ascent. Do you think they're going to attack on the descent?
Uh, Knowing maybe his characteristics, I could be because the descent is something that you have to push. I did it one day by foot, one day by bike. It's really something that if you are pushing properly this kind of descent, you can gain lots of minutes because it's uh, quite technical, large. There are trees, but if you have energy over there, you will reach Capitignano in such kind of position. Maybe you will have a chance to win.
And I was going to ask if production could put the classifications here on the screen, male and female, if possible. So here we see Morgan Pili, the last section. This is Castell del Monte, where Morgan passed at 3 hours 58 minutes. Cody following him just 1 minute behind, 3:59. We've seen now that Cody's taking the lead in the race. Seems maybe 2K, roughly, at least for the GPS tracking information. And then Alexander representing Italy. Actually, Igor, I asked this to Mauro before. Do you think he carries additional weight because he's representing the Italian flag here in Gran Sasso?
Sorry, could you repeat the question because I'm not able to get your in English. My English is quite little.
Okay. I was saying Alexander is Italian.
Yeah.
Do you think he carries extra weight for being Italian?
Yeah.
Additional responsibility with the Italian flag being here. We have runners Australia, United States, etc.
Yes, could be, but to be honest, in such kind of race, is a matter of whatever you have in terms of energy or in terms of your mind. Is nationality unfortunately didn't count nothing.
Well, I was just saying that then we had Roger Darrigran in fourth place. He came 10 minutes behind Alexander. And then there was a bigger gap to Emanuele and Mauricio. And we've just got information here, Igor, that
One is in Santo Stefano.
Morgan Pili is now at the 8th station as well. So he's actually maybe 6-7 minutes behind Cody, although it seems that Cody had been opening a gap more and more in the last few kilometers. Now let's see the female field to see how they are positioned. And Igor, here we have the two Brazilian runners. Letícia Saltori, she was second place in the Rio Caminho do World Series. Maria Cunha, known as Cida, was first place in Brazil. And then Sofia Rocket, as she's known, is third place. She won Portugal, the 100 miles. And then the very renowned Patricia Berenauska trying to tackle here the more mountain trail runners, as she's coming more from the ultra running sides. Here we have maybe a bigger gap opening up at the front. It seems, at least back then. We can check the GPS tracking in a second. Are the ladies going fast as well?
Yes. From my point of view, yes. I saw their action in some videos they send me locally. Let me say external video. It's really impressive to see. Also very emotional because to see one lady running in such kind of energy. Really, they are an expression of power. Really, you can feel that they can do that, and then I'm sure they will reach the finish line here in San Bernardino.
Yeah, I was just checking considering the GPS tracking information, which is not 100% accurate. We have then Leticia almost reaching the mile 33, which is basically one third of the race. And then behind her, we have Sofia Rocket from Portugal, maybe almost 5 kilometers maybe behind, 4 or 5 kilometers. And then another potentially 4 kilometers. We have Patricia Berenauska, which seems to have opened the gap to Maria Cunha, who comes a little bit back, and Emile as well. So it seems the field now is Leticia on the lead, taking the leads, followed by Sofia and Patricia. But this is not 100% sure information.
Yes, because they told me maybe the last information that everybody now is reaching Castel del Monte. It seems not like looking at the tracking here.
Yes, we'll try and update as we're going. Yeah, because Maria was without signal for 10 minutes. She was maybe a little bit ahead of Patricia, but I think they should be very close, one to the other. But Leticia really opened up a gap, and if Leticia continues at this pace, she will continue to open the gap. Depends, of course. The hardest sections of the course are potentially coming. Now, in italiano, Mauro, quando noi abbiamo parlato
Sì,
a 2 ore, a 3 ore
sì,
atrás, prima,
3 ore, sì.
abbiamo visto che chilometro 80, 120,
Sì,
che ha la difficoltà.
sì. Ora devono arrivarci tra poco, no?
Sì.
Sì, ma che tu ne pensi di Letizia che sta aumentando
Avanti.
avanti
Sì.
a differenza?
Mhm.
Pensi che va a continuare a aprire o tu pensi che va più calmo? Perché la notte, tutto, perché la notte si vede tutto a lampada, a luce.
Certo.
Questo è molto distinto perché nel giorno è
Yes.
difficile, ma per la notte tu vedi tanti vesi dove
Dove
stai
sono gli
e
altri?
l'oltre.
Certo.
Qual è l'effetto di vedere dove stai all'altro corridore in la mente di un ultra trail runner che sta in 100 miglia e vede a distanza all'altro corridore?
Ma possono avere due, si può diciamo interpretare in più modi. Io personalmente se ho davanti una persona, la vedo, cerco di raggiungerla se sto bene, cerco di arrivare verso quella persona e poi continuo insieme a lei. Altrimenti posso rimanere a quella distanza e aspettare il momento opportuno per attaccare. Secondo me Letizia ormai ha tanto di quel vantaggio che non ha problemi di aumentare o diminuire, manterrà quell'andatura tranquillamente. Lei è già molto molto diciamo navigata e sa come deve fare, quindi non ha nessun problema e la vedremo arrivare vittoriosa sicuramente.
E Patricia in quarta posizione, tu pensi che Patricia va a iniziare più forte o tu pensi che sta in suo ritmo?
Oddio, lei non è partita molto forte effettivamente, quindi potrebbe la seconda parte aumentare e cercare di riprendere non so, Sofia e anche Maria. Bisogna vedere le condizioni effettivamente, le sue condizioni, però lei effettivamente è una che la seconda parte la fa molto molto meglio.
Buonissimo. Well, everyone, from here in L'Aquila, Gran Sasso, we will shut the transmission for today. In the morning, we are going to wait if the first 100-mile runners may be arriving around 6:30, 7, 7:30, 8. No one knows. It will depend how they will perform during the nights. But we are ready to broadcast to you there at home or wherever you are to be able to see the first 100-mile runner or runners arriving here in L'Aquila in the morning. And then at 9 a.m., we are going to have the starts of the 100K World Series final as well. And throughout the day, we are going to be watching these amazing athletes out there in this beautiful mountain uh, competing in the 100K and the 100-mile distance. Very quickly before we go, just a final question to Igor. How do you see, so people imagine what's going to happen tomorrow, how do you see, very briefly, the 100K course? Could you just give a brief overview?
I mean, looking at what kind of level we have also today, I mean, we will follow the same range of speed, and sure, they will be more lucky because they will enjoy our Gran Sasso area during the day. They will be more lucky.
Thank you very much, Igor. So, to you at home and everyone, thank you very much for watching. We are here in L'Aquila, Gran Sasso, completing a dream for the trail running world, for all the runners, everyone involved. I hope you're enjoying there at home. And please know tomorrow is a very special day. It's the day we're going to try and bring to you the most images, and you can follow as well on the GPS tracking the live results through the links available on the website and also on our social media pages, Facebook, and more active even on Instagram. Throughout the night, we are going to be sharing post stories and what's happening during the whole night until the morning. So stay tuned to our social media, and in the morning, be ready with your 100 TV YouTube channel when we come back to broadcasting the first 100-mile runner, World Series champion that is going to arrive here in L'Aquila in Gran Sasso. Good evening to all of you. Good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are in the world, and see you tomorrow.